How's it going, everybody? My name is B, and welcome back to Your Altcoins. Today, I have some fantastic news I have been waiting for since the 1st of January. Where are we right now? We're the 23rd of January. It is taking me 23 days to go through the process of verifying my identity as a Canadian and then transferring my fiat from my Canadian bank to Quadriga CX. And finally, today, 23 days later, I have access to my fiat. But before we get into that, before we start talking about what I want to do in the next 24, 48, 72 hours, let's take a look at the market. Market cap of $541 billion. Everything is up in the past hour and past 24 hours. Some things are up in the past 7 days. Is the market finally coming back to normal? Great. Of course, right? Finally get my fiat and the market seems to be turning back to normal. Fantastic. However, you may see Bitcoin drop further. Piece of information. We'll get to that in a second. Let's go to the market. VeChain is killing it in the past 7 days. Tron finally doing some damage the past 7 days, up to that 7 cents range. There is a lot to be optimistic of. PivX, if anyone didn't know, PivX is a privacy coin that just hit Binance. I think yesterday. Actually, I think it was yesterday. PivX was added to Binance and its value shot through the roof. Hence the 47% increase in the past 24 hours. Seriously, if you guys know of any coins being put on Binance, if you can get that information before anyone else, such an opportunity. Such an opportunity. Also, Syndicator killing it in the past 7 days. I wonder what happened there. So on topic, B finally has his fiat. I have $5,000 US ready to go to buy Bitcoin because that's the first step, and I'll tell you why in a second. And you may be thinking to yourself, wait, B, you said you were Canadian. Why did you buy US dollars? I'll show you. So here we are on Quadriga CX. I blocked out my name, so don't worry about that. As you can see right here, I have $5,000 US. Right here. Why don't I have Canadian funds, you may be wondering? Oh, for those of you wondering, this is like the #1 way for Canadians to get funds from their bank accounts to crypto, and that is Quadriga CX. So for those of you who are fellow Canadians, this is pretty much the only answer. You guys already can try some other answers like Coinbase. Coinbase is not friendly for Canadians. We can't hook up bank accounts. We only hook up credit cards to Coinbase, and you know what that means. $250 weekly limit. That's how I got into this initially. $250 weekly limit. It's so frustrating. Let's take a look. So Canadian dollars. Let's say you want to fund it in Canadian dollars. We have electronic funds transfer. You can do a maximum of $10,000. B, why didn't you do that? I tried. Error message. Boom. Currently unavailable. Couldn't do that. All right. Interac e-transfer. Maximum 5,000 Canadian. B, why didn't you do that? I tried. Let's click it. Boom. Temporarily disabled so you can automate the process. There's been so much demand on this website for people to use this website to get fiat into crypto that they buckled under the pressure. They weren't ready for the demand. Interac Online. B, why didn't you do that? Well, Interac Online requires those old school debit cards that my bank and any bank near me no longer offer. So, nope, that's out. How about a bank wire? Minimum 100,000 Canadian. I don't know about you, but I don't have 100,000 Canadian, so that's out. Crypto Capital, clearly out, and Voucher also clearly out for obvious reasons. So as you can see, there was no way for me to transfer Canadian funds. What I had to do was walk into my bank with a bank wire information going out to Poland, I think, and transfer in US dollars. That was the only way I could transfer funds as of right now because of the problems Quadriga CX are having in their backlog. Just the way it goes. So I've got 5,000 US, guys. First step, with this website of Quadriga CX, you can go to market overview. Here are your options. Here are your buying options. So we have Canadian, Ethereum for Bitcoin, Litecoin for Canadian. There's no US option. There's no US option. Oh, here it is. We're in it right now. Bitcoin for USD. That is the only USD option I have available to me. If I had Canadian, I could have bought Bitcoin Cash. I could have purchased Litecoin. I could have purchased Ethereum. I could have purchased Bitcoin. But with US dollars, I'm stuck with Bitcoin. So now we're in a bit of a quandary. Now we're in a bit of a waiting pattern because Bitcoin right now is at $11,000. I don't want to buy Bitcoin at $11,000. If you were in my shoes, you wouldn't want to buy Bitcoin at $11,000 either. If you take a look at this chart, right? December 18th, it was as high as 20,000 US. Remember those days? And then it dropped down to 10,500 at its lowest. Recent lows, this yellow line are the lowest numbers, the red line is the highest numbers, and the orange line, I believe, is the average. So the lowest price on the 17th of January was $9,600. The lowest price recently was 9,800, 9,950. So what I want to do is I want to wait, guys. I'm going to show you a chart. Let's take a look at a chart. I'm going to show you a little bit of fancy schmancy stats that I'm slowly learning, and it's actually starting to prove me rather useful on the trading front. So this is Bitcoin against the US dollar. We're looking at the 1 hour chart. This line here, this green line that I've drawn, is a resistance line that I've drawn dating back as far as January 6th. So this is when Bitcoin was at $17,000 on the 6th of January, and it has been on a downward spin since then. And it touches up here, it touches here multiple times. You can see right here, guys. It tried to break out of this trend line multiple times, failed, and then dropped. It tried to break out of the trend line for 6 hours here, did it for a little bit, gave everyone a false sense of hope, and then fell back down beneath resistance. Failed resistance here, failed to beat resistance 1, 2, 3, 4 times here, failed to beat resistance here, and this is where we are now. So this line is a very, very accurate, very, very strong resistance line. And as you can see, every time it tries to beat the resistance, it plummets back down here. These wicks go as low as $10,038. This wick goes as low as $9,943. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours ago. 10 hours ago, Bitcoin was as low as under $10,000. What I'm doing right now is I'm stuck. I don't want to buy Bitcoin at 11,000. I don't want to buy Bitcoin at the current price of 10,900. I want to buy Bitcoin below $10,000. I'd love to buy it at $8,000, to be really honest, guys. When was the last time it's been that low? As you can see right here on the 17th of January at 2 in the afternoon, it was as low, sorry, this is 3 in the afternoon. It was as low as $9,000, $8,900. Let's scroll over and verify that number. Right there, $9,011. It was that low on the 17th of January. So that is the most recent low we have for like a very, very, very long. So let's draw a line. Let's draw a line from that point. Oh God, no, stop that. No, I'm drawing lines for no reason. Delete that line. Professional. And as always, I do not profess to be a professional. I'm learning this just like you guys are. I'm willing to teach you the knowledge I teach myself as we go along. So right around here, it was $9,011. We'll bring it straight across. Is there a way to hold shift and like lock it straight? It works just like Photoshop. Oh, it's awesome. Okay, boom. That's a straight line. It's a beautiful straight line. That is the previous low that we had. Where'd it go? There it is. Right there. That is the previous low, guys. So let's say it doesn't get down to that 9,000 line. It might. It may get down to that 9,000 line as it continues to try and beat this line right here. So long story short, everybody who's watching, what I'm doing is waiting for one of two things to happen. I'm waiting for the price to drop below the 9,300. I want it between 9,500 and 9,000. That's where I'm aiming. That's where I'm going to put a buy zone. If it doesn't reach that low and it stays above this resistance line for any length of time and confirms a breakout over this resistance line, then I'm going to buy in because things are going to get good if it stays above this resistance line for any length of time. Now we're looking at 1 hour candle. Let's go to a 4 hour candle. So if you look at the 4 hour chart, you can see this solid candle on top of the trend line. That was very encouraging for people, but then this doji happened and that made everyone uncertain. And from there, the price went right back down beneath the trend line. So unless we see some solid action up here above this trend line, I feel that the price of Bitcoin is going to go down and down and down. And in the meantime, while Bitcoin's going down, altcoins are also going down, especially because altcoins are already so far down. So I don't want to spend my fiat until I can confirm A, it's down beneath $10,000, or B, it stays above this trend line. That's what I'm going to try to do. Now, for everybody who's still here at this point in the video, if Bitcoin can confirm being over the trend line for a length of time and they have a confirmed breakout of Bitcoin, as it rises, it's going to bring up certain altcoins as well because people will see that as a return to the market. Something to keep in mind. So hope you found this video educational. For anyone asking for what this is down here, it's hard for me to explain because I don't understand it on a technical level. I can show you how to find it. You're on tradingview.com, you go to indicators, you type in MACD, and it's this one right here, MACD custom indicator, multiple time frame plus all available, etc. 12,731 likes. This is showing you general entry and exit points if you want to day trade. and trends as well. I'm not going to pretend to know what every single line represents and means. I know that the blue lines here represent how far apart these two lines are, and the red lines here represent how far apart these two red and yellow lines are. I know that when it's green, the price is ascending. I know that when it's red, the price is descending. Other than that, I can't tell you specifically why it's green, why it's red, what the yellow line means. I can't give you the specifics. I'm going to do even more reading and do even more research so I can bring this knowledge to you guys and hopefully continue to bring you guys some value here and help you along when it comes to learning about cryptocurrencies. So I like to research investing strategies. I like looking at projects to invest in, and I'm also starting to dabble in all this day trading kind of stuff as well. So I hopefully can bring you guys some really good value there. And as always, thank you very much for watching.